Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing the May wrap up. Which obviously includes everything I've read this month, the haul, just some channel updates. Been doing these for a little while now, just wrapping everything into one rather than making separate videos. I just find it a little bit easier and we get to make one big video at the end of every month. Today we've got some big stuff because firstly, this is going to be the last video you guys see from me from probably a while. I just got a whole lot going on this summer. I'm going to be away from home, and then on top of that, in the process of moving again. So it's just going to be a whole thing. I don't know how much reading time I'll actually get. I'm going to be trying to read, but you know, reading time, and then if I don't even know how much reading time I'm going to have, there's the thing of actual like recording time. So I'll talk more a little bit about that here in a moment. I know I've talked about it before, I think last month's wrap up, just warning you guys, but it's finally coming soon. So yeah, I just want to start by saying thank you all for watching, sticking with me for as long as I've had this channel, almost a year now. I believe we started this channel last June, so that's pretty cool. Been about a year here on BookTube. It's been pretty lit, and yeah, thank you all for watching, and let's get into the video. Alright, so we're going to start off with everything that I've read this month. Firstly, we've got Empire of Silence by Christopher Rocchio. I finally got to it. This is one of my most anticipated reads for the year. If not this book, then just the Sun Eater in general. Started this actually back in like the latter half of April. I think it was like mid-April, but like towards the upper side of mid-April. And then it took me a while to get through this because it was very dense. In fact, I actually have a whole review up for it. If you guys want to go check that out, I'll definitely leave a link in the description to the video if you guys want to go check it out. But yeah, not my favorite book. You know, it was a little disappointing. I was expecting it to be better, but then I looked at a lot of the reviews and a lot of the ratings, and it seemed a lot of people felt the same way that I did. I ended up giving it a 4 stars. It seems like that's the common consensus, so then I ended up not feeling as bad because I was like, well, everybody says that, apparently. So I'm just very excited to get further into the series when I know it starts to really pick up. But yeah, all this was just like kind of set up. Not to say that this didn't have any substance and wasn't good. I mean, there was a lot of awesome elements to it, and again, it's just building up towards something that we can't see yet. So, yeah, I can't wait to get further in that. But this took me almost a month to read. I was struggling with this, partly because I had been a little bit of a reading slump, and then I got sick on top of that, and then trying to get back into reading after taking a break for a couple weeks of being sick with something like Sun Eater just wasn't the easiest thing, but I did get through it, so that took up quite a bit of time. Next up, I'm going to set that there. What I did start reading is another one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I did start reading Oathbringer by Sanderson. This is the 3rd book of the Stormlight Archive. And I started reading it in this little mass market paperback, just an absolute brick, as you guys can see. I do have the hardcovers. I guess on your guys' side it'll be over here. Anyway, I got this because I didn't want to have to pack that giant hardcover with me when I'm on vacation. So, got the little guy here. Ended up getting about 30% of the way through so far. My girlfriend was supposed to be reading this with me, but her glasses broke, so she was basically incapacitated as far as reading goes, so I've had to read it on my own for a little while, but she's getting her glasses fixed here, so hopefully we'll be able to sit down and like read it together when I'm on vacation and stuff, and it'll be really cool. I really want to get through this by the end of the summer, which I'm sure I will. But yeah, we're sitting about 30%. I got into part 2. Really enjoying it so far. I mean, honestly, this has been one of the best Stormlight books in the whole series. just based on this first 30%. Yeah, I mean, Oathbringer is kind of mixed with a lot of people. There's a lot of people that say overwhelmingly it's the best book in the series, but there's also a lot of people that say that it's widely overrated. So I'm unsure. But so far, like I said, in the first 30%, really enjoying it. Can you close the door, Mom? Huh? Can you please close the door? Okay, come close it for me. Yeah, it's really hard to describe. And I've said this before, and it's kind of hard to believe, but really, the first two Stormlight Archive books really just all feel like prologue to this greater story. And I guess in a sense, this whole first arc, these first 5 books are kind of a prologue to what Sanderson has in store with the greater 10-book series. But especially those first 2 books, knowing what we know now here in Oathbringer and everything that we're working towards in this, it really just feels like all set up. 2 1,000-page books are just prologue, and that's kind of hard to believe. It's insane, but Sanderson did it, and now we're finally getting into the goods of what this series has to offer and what it's all about. So honestly, guys, that is all I got to. Ended up getting to this month. These 2 here. Before we get into the haul, let's talk about update things. So as I'm recording this, it's the 28th of May. My girlfriend's going to be here the 31st, which is probably when you guys are going to be seeing this video. I think I might hold off on uploading this until the last day of the month. So yeah. And then after that, she'll be here for like a week. I've got stuff going on with like graduation, and family is going to be here. And then I think on the 5th, I'm going to be leaving, and then I'll be on vacation for like a long time. I'll be out away from home until like October. I know I have to come back at some point to do ID stuff, and there's this whole thing. And then we're gonna move in October, but I'll be gone basically all summer. I still have work stuff. So yeah, I just have a bunch going on. I'm still going to, again, try to read quite a bit. So I've got that. There is something really cool that I wanted to show you guys, because it's might be kind of a game changer for content and for some other stuff in my life that I did recently get. So I'm going to be trying to use that, and you guys will see what it is in a minute. But yeah, content, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know how many individual reviews I'm going to be doing. It might just be wrap-up stuff, letting you guys know what I read, what, if anything, I picked up for the month. Again, I'm going to be on vacation and moving, so I don't know about like hauls and stuff. I do have to hit up at least a couple bookstores, you know what I mean? See what I can find around in this different area of the country. So, yeah, we have to at least do a couple book hauls, but I can't afford to like pick up a bunch of stuff right now. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got going on for the next few months, and why it's all kind of weird, why you guys won't see much from me, probably. Yeah, so that's everything I've got going on. The big thing that I was referring to, though, that's going to help with some content and kind of a game changer, is I did get a computer, a laptop, got a Mac, so this is pretty lit. I'm going to use this, hopefully do some, editing stuff. I can upload on the go, work on some stuff, hopefully utilize the webcam maybe, and do some other kinds of content. And most importantly, one of the big things I want to work on this summer is my book. That's something I want to work on this year, in the latter half of this year, because last year I did not work on it nearly as much as I should have. So that's something that I'm wanting to do, and not having to go to the living room to use the desktop every time I want to write is going to be a game changer. And just being able to sit down anywhere and write is going to be lit. So we've got that. I guess let's get into the haul. I know this video is kind of all over the place at the moment. Let's get into the book haul. All right, so first things first. Thing I'm going to start out with. I've been having this little collection going of something kind of obscure. You guys know that I've been trying to get I showed it off, I think, last month. Here, I'll show you guys here. The graphic audiobooks for the Stormlight Archive. Yeah, I was able to find these super cheap randomly at work. And then I ordered one off of eBay. And basically, I'm trying to collect the whole Way of Kings. There's 5 of them. And they're kind of hard to find. And the one I'm having trouble finding right now is number 1, the one with Kaladin on it. I can't find that one anywhere. I've looked on eBay. I guess I'm just not looking hard enough, but I'm going to hunt that one down this summer. That's a big goal of mine, is trying to get that, just to complete my Way of Kings set. Anywho, so as you guys saw here, the only ones I had were 3 and 4. And so I did end up finding the other day number 2 and number 5 of the Way of Kings. So now I have 2, 3, 4, 5, and I just need number 1, and I'll have all of the Way of Kings in graphic audio. And then yesterday I went out to Second and Charles, or the day before yesterday, on Sunday. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, Sunday. And I got really excited because I saw number 1, but sadly it's not the number 1 that I needed. It's actually the Words of Radiance number 1. So now I guess I'm starting the Words of Radiance 2. But yeah, now I have all these graphic audios, and yeah, it's just kind of a little collection I've got going on the side. They're pretty inexpensive, and they're just kind of neat. I'm hoping to wrap them all together and make like a big file on my computer of like the audiobook, just to like listen to all the way through. I think that'd be kind of cool. You know, it is what it is. That's just something I've got going. Over here, something pretty cool. You guys may have seen this in the background of my videos, but there's these people on the internet that run a store, the Nerdy Inc. people, and they make alternate book covers. And I saw these, and they were really cheap. They had a big sale going on, so I copped them. And that is the Red Rising ones. So I'll show you guys all of these. I replaced my covers with these alternate ones because they look way cooler than their normal Red Rising covers. So here is number 1 right there. So cool. And there's the back. And the reason why the book isn't in here is actually because my mom is in the middle of reading Red Rising right now, and so she's reading my copy. Alright, number 2. We got Golden Sun here. Boy Severo on there. Pretty fire. And here's the back of that with that Iron Rain. Pretty dope. And yeah, there's like how many of these, so it's going to take a second. Book 3, Morning Star. Got that boy Ragnar. And on the back there, what is that? Aja, Darrow, and probably Mustang, maybe? Maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Now moving into the second series. Iron Gold here. I'm pretty sure, if I had to guess, that's probably Cassius right there. Pretty cool. And then on the back, not exactly sure who that is. Maybe Lysander? Unsure. Moving in, we got Dark Age here. Now, this one, I can't tell if that is Lysander because he's got the messed up face. That's probably Lysander. I'm not sure. Maybe it's Atlas. I don't know. I can't tell. Or, oh, it's probably Harmony. That would make a lot of sense, actually. It's probably Harmony. Whatever. And then on the back, we have what I assume is probably Virginia or Mustang. So that's cool. We got Dark Age. And then lastly, Lightbringer. We got right here. That's gotta be Mustang, or either, if not Mustang, maybe Lyria. I can't really tell. But on the back, what I assume is Victra. So, yeah, these new Red Rising covers for the Nerdy Ink are just way cooler than the normal ones. I did keep my normal ones because I don't really know what to do with them. I know I'm not really familiar with alternate covers and what the correct way to handle those is, so I have my original covers just put away somewhere. I don't know if I should throw them away or keep them, so I don't know. But yeah, I thought those were super cool. Again, they were really cheap. I think it was like $20 just for the, 6 covers. So they look cool, better than the normal ones, and it's one of my favorite series. So there we go with that. Moving on, we have 2 things I'm excited for. This is something that's going to be on my upcoming TBR. Got The Lesser Devil by Christopher Ruocchio. This is book 1.5 of The Sun Eater. Just a little novella. And this is like, there's one that's coming out. He's redoing it, and there's going to be like new artwork that's going to be in like a hardcover. And it's going to be like re-edited and revised and stuff. So it's going to be better, but this is just like the original one that he released. Basically, it follows Crispin, Hadrian's brother, in the Sun Eater, and it's during the time skip where Hadrian is in cryostasis, or fugue. Is it called fugue? I don't know how to pronounce it. I just call it cryostasis because that's what it is. But yeah, follows Crispin here, so that's pretty cool. I'm planning to read this next, either after Oathbringer or when I'm like halfway through Oathbringer. I'll stop and then pick up that just to cleanse the palate, I suppose. And then I did go ahead and pick up Queen Amid Ashes. This is the new updated version, just like what he's going to be doing with Lesser Devil here. I'm unsure as to why he didn't do Lesser Devil first, even though I'm pretty sure that's the first one. He went and did the second one first. I'm not sure why. But yeah, this new cover is dope. And it has like this print-on cover too. There's no dust jacket to this hardcover. So that's pretty interesting. Wasn't expecting that. But yeah, that is cool. Not exactly sure who that is, but there's obviously she's like some sort of C. Elson queen or something. And that boy Hadrian, though. Look at him, bro. That's fire. And if we open it, it'll create like a full image here. So, yeah, super cool. Can't wait to get into that as well. Obviously, this is like book 2.5. Read this after Howling Dark. And finally, well, I guess not finally, because we still have 3 other books after this, but probably the thing that I'm most excited for from this haul. You guys saw Sun Eater theme going on. I got that Empire of Silence hardcover. I'm so excited. I mean, I've already read the book, but just having the hardcover in my hands, I never thought it would get here. Yeah, they're back in print, so I don't have to spend $200 on an Empire of Silence hardcover now. Super cool, and I can't wait for them to redo Howling Dark and Demon in White. Get the hardcovers for those as well. So I'm waiting on those. I'm not gonna jump the gun and spend more than I need to on those. I'm just gonna wait patiently. But yeah, Empire of Silence is back, boys. We got that hardcover, and I wrapped it up. So yeah, it's nice and shiny. Looks awesome in the collection. And yeah, those are all of like the big sci-fi fantasy pickups that I got. move these over. Still got 3 more books. And these 3 are actually really cool. And I got these at Second and Charles on Sunday, like a couple days ago when I went. Wasn't expecting to really find anything. In fact, their sci-fi fantasy selection there at my local Second and Charles was absolute dog water. I don't know what they did, but it looked like somebody went through and moved or bought half the section. So it was like the selection was terrible, and didn't end up getting any sci-fi fantasy pickups at Second and Charles, which is super rare. I always find some bangers, but not this time. What I did find, however, is something equally as cool. Got this hardcover of Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. This is one that I'm looking forward to reading. I'm not exactly sure when, because it is a bit of a biggie. But I ended up getting this, like a large print. Is this large print? I don't know if it's actually large print or if it's just a big floppy boy. But I was in the market for the hardcover, and they didn't have it at the time, so I ended up getting this floppy one. But then I went back the other day, like I said, and I found this hardcover, and this is also first edition. So I looked into it. It's a first edition hardcover. Really interesting. I'm loving that. And then if I open it, I don't know if you guys can see, but on the inside there's a little signature. It says Merry Christmas 1989. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Obviously somebody had given this as a gift back in the late 80s. Yeah, it's just kind of neat, you know? Almost like a little bit of a time capsule kind of thing. Moving on, did get a couple Stephen King books. I never really got into Stephen King, but I saw these. There's a couple, there's a few of his works that I do want to read. First one being, and probably the one that I want to read by him the most, is 11/22/63. Found a hardcover of this. And again, these 3 books here that I'm about to show off, or the Pillars of the Earth, and then these 2, all ended up getting them less than $10. So, pretty fire. Pretty sure this is first edition as well. I know some of the Stephen King stuff can be kind of hard to tell. All of you Stephen King collectors out there, if you guys want to take a look, tell me what I'm looking at. I'm pretty sure I watched a video, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a first ed. So that's pretty cool. I'm very much looking forward to checking that one out. My experience with Stephen King has been kind of so far. And I say so far, I haven't really given him a fair chance, I don't think. I tried reading The Gunslinger for the Dark Tower back in middle school, and I could not finish the book. That was one of my only DNFs. I did not get far in it just because it was so boring and I didn't know what the hell was happening. I want to go back and read The Dark Tower and try it again at some point. Just not a priority, but that left a bad taste in my mouth with Stephen King. I'm sure, I'm sure he's alright, but I never went back to it. So that's why I haven't read any more by him, but 11/22/63 sounds awesome. That's one that I really want to read. But then, probably the second coolest pickup is I did find It. And again, pretty sure that's first edition. I'll show you guys the little publication page here. But yeah, just really cool. So you guys can check that out. Any of you Stephen King scholars out there. But yeah, that is the last thing that I did end up picking up, is this big old copy of It. I'm really excited. Not really to like read it. Well, I mean, I am excited to read it, but just to have it. It just seems like such a cool, almost novelty item. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a cool collector's thing to have. Just the first edition again, I think these are first edition. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's just really cool to have, an old 80s copy of it on the shelves. And yeah, that is, again, everything I picked up this month. Alright, and so the last little section of the video is going to be what I plan on reading in the month of June. That's typically what it is, but I figured, since this is going to be the last video I do for a while, and I might do some wrap-up videos throughout the summer, we'll just have to see. But I want to let you guys know, fill you guys in on what I plan on reading for the summer as a whole. So, we have a little bit of a stack here. Firstly, this is a no-brainer. Oathbringer, need to finish the last 70% of this book. Hopefully going to get through that soon. Really looking forward to that. I already expressed Lesser Devil, wanting to get through that soon as well. Read the little novella. And then Howling Dark. I'm very much looking forward to this one. Book 2 of the Sun Eater. A little bit of a chunky boy. So I've got that. And then so this is probably the only 3 books I'm going to pack with me right now. But if I do get through those, which I doubt I will, just because it's just a lot, and I don't know how much reading I'm actually going to do. Like, I want to read a lot, but like, realistically, am I going to get through all 3 of those? Unsure, but if for whatever reason I do, I'll try to come back home, drop off my stuff that I have read, and switch it out with some other goodies, and definitely read Queen of Mid-Ashes, and then maybe even Demon in White. But for now, this is what I'm packing with me this summer. These 3 right here. That's what I've got going for me. So, yeah. That's my reading for the summer so far. That's what I've got going on. And, yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy the video. And again, thank you all for sticking with me here. I don't know when you guys are going to see from me again. Hopefully sooner than later. But, yeah. Keep on reading, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.